What is going on, people? So we have a new update, and this is not a very big update. All that's been really put in the game is Charles. He's going to be a 5-star Earth Elemental tanky hero. We all know who Charles is. So it says Charles is an Earth Elemental hero who consistently dispels enemy buffs while increasing attacks of all allies. After using Faithful Strike to increase attack of all allies and increase defense of himself, Charles can follow it up with Smash, which deals great amount of damage proportional to the amount of buffs he is granted. Slash decreases attack of enemy with a chance to trigger Smash, which can dispel all enemy buffs. Therefore, Charles has the potential to be a powerful countermeasure against enemies with a lot of buffs. Alright, his first skill here is Smash. Attack with a giant sword with a 50% chance to decrease attack for 1 turn and a 25% chance to activate Smash. Effect chance is double if the enemy is buffed, so if they're buffed you have a 50% chance to activate Smash. Smash is a 3-turn cooldown active, which attacks the enemy repeatedly with a giant sword, with an 80% maximum 100% chance to dispel all buffs. Damage dealt increases proportional to the number of buffs granted to the caster. And then his ultimate here is a 5-turn, lowest 4-turn cooldown. And after awakening, attacks all enemies with a sword storm, increases the attack of all allies for 2 turns. Additionally, increases the defense of the caster for 2 turns. When there are 3 or fewer enemies, damage dealt increases as enemies become fewer. Soul Burn consumes 10 souls and extends the buffs by 1 duration. So as the lowest it's 4, and they can last to 3, so that's pretty good. He comes with the new artifact here, Justice for All, which grants the caster a random buff for 1 turn with 100% chance at the end of the turn. So every turn you're going to get a random buff if you max this out. I don't know how amazing that is. Since it's random, he already gives you 2 buffs. So does it give you different buffs if you already have the same buff on? Like if it lands on attack, and you already have attack, is it just wasted? That's what I'm wondering. This is the drop rate up for him and his artifact here. After the drop rate ends up, he's going to be in the convenient summons. So you don't have to pull for him if you're only pulling for limited. Then you're going to have a side story for him, The Meaning of Justice. That's going to last until 320. And it's the same way you do all the other ones. Not much new to that. Now we have this equipment, stats, and enhancement improvements. So it says regardless of grade, the main stat of items are the same base value. So as you can see, this is epic and this is rare. Both the same health. The stats of items will not change. As item grade increases, the additions to substats when enhanced also increases. So this is the difference here. You go from 3 or to 4 to 3 and 2 to 2. So not really anything there. It says the order has been changed. Before, until an item has 4 substats, a new substat is added every 3 levels. After reaching 4 substats, the value of one of the substats randomly increases. The following is an example of the use of an item to be added to the table of contents. Now I don't quite understand this, honestly. So at +3 you're gonna get substat enhancement on everything always because that's how it is. On heroic items, always gonna get a substat except for this one for some reason. I have to assume this is wrong. And on rares, substat enhancements up until here where you get new ones. This is a very weird chart, doesn't make any sense. There's gonna be a report button here for the chat. Not much use for people trolling. Other improvements and bugs. Characters have been added to the convenient summons. Issue has been fixed in which skill level 3 or higher, the effect of a 3-star artifact Ascending Axe was lower than the display skill. Heroes have had... Luna has had her Infinity Slash as a dual attack or counter attack. The number of attacks was not random, so now they're random. Tamarine, regular form, now correctly uses her skill Song of the Forest to heal all allies. When entering a battle with Tamarine, the 9-turn increase text no longer displays. An issue has been fixed where Violet's skill Graceful Cut Soulburn and Helga's skill Armor Rend ignore effect resistance, so I guess they used to do that and now they no longer do. In battle, Inflame Force Spirit Altered 10, the boss monster skill King's Rage can only be activated by counterattacks only once per turn. Issue has been fixed in which the flying troops that appear alongside the Queen attack the effect Unhealable appear despite appearing on the tooltip. In Abyss 86, issue has been fixed in which Ken did not change to Martial Arts Ken. On Abyss 90, an issue has been fixed in which Tamarine's immune to debuff list did not correctly display. Also on 90, issue has been fixed under certain circumstances. Tamarine did not use her skill Illusionary Magic. Also on 90, the skill description of Tamarine Illusion Madness has been updated. Now the only real thing that matters here is when you kick somebody out of your guild or they leave and they were already put inside guild war buildings, they are no longer locked there. That's pretty much it. This is a very small update, so see you guys next time.